First blood already spilled as Shopify Rebellion have killed somebody off.
They did reveal that they had high ground vision because they ran up in smoke, put a high ground ward, saw him, and then quick hook into takedown. Good start for the Pudge though. Always feels nice if you're Pudge to you know, get some flesh heap from the start of the game.
I guess it also has to be said, right? CDUB drafted with no reserve time here, so they've put themselves together a functional draft without much time to do it with. Wake Up paralyzed. He might be living up to his name in a moment. Punched back away from the lane already. And Shopify came up here with a TA.
He did sidestep the hook at least. Got himself to safety. Of course, being in the river, it's quite easy to juke the hook because you get extra movement speed. So as long as you run along with the river, you can get some nice juking speed. This time, not gonna be so lucky though.
He's got him. Hooked back into the Veno Gale. And a few more touches here will take the Warlock down. The decay from Skem securing it.
Good kills.
Blocking up the wave.
So this is already revealing what they're doing. I like the little auto attacks coming in for Troll, but not much else he can do. Troll is gonna have to TP over. If he tries to walk over, Hellscream got his number again. Oh no, this is so annoying for him. It's gonna be late to lane. They're gonna kill him again.
Oh man, I'm laughing because I'm so glad we have player cams in Dota now. Like seeing this guy's face when he's like, he's literally scratching his head like, what am I meant to do? Laughing because he knows that Shopify Rebellion have put him in a corner and then put him in the bin. Hey, oi!
The mischievous little laughter.
Trolling each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh
These
my
players.
goodness.
I mean, they're off to a fantastic start. They get 3 kills before the game even starts. So yeah, it's time to do a little bit of trolling. It isn't time for the trolling, honestly. It's Qualifier to TI, you know. You should be taking it serious, but at the same time, we've been hyping up how stacked and how favored they are in this Qualifier.
This is very much David and Goliath, and David does not have a sling or a rock or the help of a higher power or anything. This is Goliath full strength annihilating you. Troll dead again. So we were wondering about tri-laning bottom. Well, I mentioned tri-laning bottom. They're tri-laning top.
And he's gonna have to walk to lane now, Gareth. He died with TP on cooldown. He doesn't have boots. Dear. He doesn't have a wind lace. He doesn't have a smoke. This is just a walk back to lane for the troll, and he is gonna be level 1 forever. What it feels like to him.
So painful.
Meanwhile, TA is just fine solo laning. Like she's 1v2 against Bristle and Lion, but what are they gonna do? They don't kill her through refraction. Yeah, hook again.
Warlock again.
Not a kill this time, but tactical pause. I need to figure out a way to stop what's happening top, man.
They're going to fix their cameras as well. The admin's on their case.
Oh, yeah.
I've got some settings to fix. I think Troll Warlord just needs a breather. He needs refill. He's already drank his entire bottle of water. Needs a refill quickly.
Stay hydrated. The only one who has a camera working, but sadly is the only one who doesn't have a game working for him as well right now. The only completely shut out.
That's a rough one.
He looks pretty focused though, to be fair. You know, as a carry, it's easy to get completely in your own head after that and get really flustered, but he looks locked in still. He's thinking about avenues back into this game. He knows that Venomancer is, you know, an early game bully. It's not a super strong late game offlaner. And what they're doing right now should be giving his Bristleback a free time as well.
Waga, I love your positivity, but this troll has 0 last hits. I just spent 30 seconds looking. I spent 30 seconds looking down the board thinking I'm going crazy because I couldn't see the Troll Warlord. Like, there's Monkey, there's Bristle, there's TA, there's Veno, and I'm like, where is he?
What do you mean last hits, man? He hasn't even seen the lane yet. He gets hooked when he gets
XP?
He got that experience because he got hooked over when a creep died, and then he died afterwards. That's the only experience he got, Garrett. But
how do you remedy this? Like, do you bring Lion top to tri-lane into tri-lane, or do you say screw that, Bristleback's having a good time?
Their tri-lane is so bad though. Like Lion, Warlock, Troll is not gonna win against Undying, Pudge, Veno. That like those heroes are strong. The Radiant heroes are built for fighting, whereas the Dire heroes, you don't really fight that much. You can put Fatal Bonds on them, but you still need someone else to do the damage. Level 1 Impale doesn't do that much. And God knows this troll is not ready to do a bottom shift damage. So I think you just play bottom, do some pulls, try and make the TA suffer. 2v1, you should be able to abuse pulls and make sure the TA is not getting a lot of CS. The worst thing that can happen is if Lion just kind of sits around and tries to kill the TA here, with Bristle alone, because then TA will get solo experience. They will get half the experience each because they're splitting it, and TA will still get farm. So the key down here on bottom lane is going to be those neutral camps. And right now, Lion needs to just beeline to the left, pull the Warpine Raiders, and pull them back. Like on 15 seconds, pull it, or 16 rather.
Just a little bit of gatekeeping, right? Just a little bit of gatekeeping for the TA. Don't let her near the wave. Don't let her get these free creeps.
I mean, if she starts walking out on the lane and walking up higher on the lane, if she's sitting on a tower like this, never dies. If she walks up to try and contest the big camp pool, then with goo and stuns and hexes, you bet she can die. So that's the secret for them down there, what they're going to need to do. Finally, we haven't really talked about it at all, but on mid lane, there is the Tiny as well. He's not having a good time. Yopaj is a beast of a laner, dude. He's very, very good, and he's Monkey King versus Tiny, which is not a good matchup for Tiny. It's not horrible. It's not like unplayable, but when you add player skill into it as well, it can become really difficult.
It's like on a level playing field at the best of times, Tiny gets away with stuff.
Yeah. And he's getting away with stuff, but it's 14-6 for 6-0 last hits. So Tiny is starting to feel like, hey, when do I get to hit the creeps?
Yeah, he's been denied so many times. 8 denies, Yopaj grabbing another one. A couple of range creeps coming the way of the Tiny, who's trying to drag aggro back to his tier 1, but it's not working out. Now CDUB, they've decided they're going to try lane. Fatal Bonds onto the Templar Assassin. A little bit of mana drain, force it back to tower.
They mid though. They show up.
Tiny is dead mid to the Hellscream, Scam, Roaming, Undying Pudge duo. The Butcher has arrived.
They're just breaking this game apart already. I mean, top lane is in shambles, and then they make their move bottom. Now with this juicy triple range creep wave top, the troll has come out from under his bridge. He's here. He wants to get some farm.
He's going to get galed up with a ton of plague wards next to him, though.
Shout for very annoying. The Pudge is nearby.
They glyphed the creep wave as well, right? Keeping it alive so Troll can't get the last hits. Hook not landing this time. Hellscream.
Huh? He's been on fire with the hooks until now, but finally gets a miss. Warlock has another heal for his Troll, can keep him healthy.
Yeah, turning onto the Undying. A stun up. They are lacking damage though, and with Hellscream and Devil Llama's arrival, looking to turn onto this Troll and look to kill off the carry. Scam will pop his magic stick, very close to death. Falls before he can decay again, but the Troll will pay that price. Little old Lion, time to walk away from all these plague wards, and the potential for a hook, it's 5 seconds away.
I think it's a mistake to not heal your Troll instead there though on Warlock, because if you put the heal onto Undying, or rather you put Shadow Word on Undying so he dies, then the heal disappears. But if you put it on Troll, then he's still doing damage to Undying by being next to him, and he gets to continue healing after the kill is done. So just a minor detail, but I think that hurt the Troll a lot that he didn't get healed.
Yeah, an important one. Oh, the hook through. I thought the zombie would get in the way, but Hellscreams drag the Troll back in, pops the Fairy Fire to stay alive, kills the Troll off, and a double kill for Devil Llama.
He's sitting at 8-1 flesh heap. What in the world?
Yeah. Has he been part of all the kills?
His KDA is 207 right now, which is interesting.
9 out of 8.
9 out of 8 kills. God damn, this guy is good, Gareth.
What? How?
I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure which mechanic on Dire would give him the chance for an extra assist.
I don't know, hooking his Undying when the Undying dies gave the assist to him or
I don't know. Something is bugged. It's like the old Ricky smokescreen that used to give you assists on anyone dying.
Oh, this is good. Yamato gets a refraction back up. I thought the Bristle and the Warlock had this one, but now Hellscream's come in, misses the hook though.
Whoa.
And they've stacked a bunch of goo up on this TA to bring her down.
There we go.
Big kill for CDUB.
Hellscream with the impact comes in, misses hook, tips his carry. What a lovely punch.
That's so toxic. Typical Pudge player.
the flowchart of any +4 punch showing up. Did I miss my hook? Yes. Is it my fault? No. Okay, tip carry.
that's with poor little Tomato having a solo lane and now being bullied by his supports. Lion in the meantime in that mid lane, big old wave and a Monkey King behind it. Not quite enough to finish him off straight up, but with Scam's zombies going wild for him, the Lion will get decayed down in the end.
Secures the kill. Otherwise, the Monkey would have jumped forward. So he's got jumped with the Arcane Rune. Tiny does not get the bottle refill.
Troll's dying. Troll's dead. Now, question: is Bristleback dead?
He might.
I do have a real question in a second.
Oh boy. I think he's going down here. There's no way out of this one.
And he's been pummeled. So, real question. In these situations, we've talked about the underdog versus the favorite, etc. Do you think, as the underdog, laning stage is more important than usual?
Yes.
I guess the framing of my question is like, to win against Shopify, does CDUB need to have a perfect early game? Because mid game is going to be hard.
Pretty much. I mean, you might want to make some serious concessions in overall drafting strategies just to make sure that you're emphasizing laning stage, because there might not be much more to the game. I mean, we're 7 minutes in and it's a 6k gold lead. Like, this is looking bad. So yeah, definitely I think that's true. They're going on the TA. She should go down here unless
nice hook.
A hook.
Oh, they hooked the Bristleback.
Yeah,
So
that's
Hellscream's gonna get a kill on the Bristle and the TA survives? I was saying nice hook because I thought he saved the TA, but even nicer hook, getting both kills.
It's a win-win. Whoever he hooks is gonna be good for him, but this was the better of the two. And meanwhile, while this is happening, we just see Monkey King doing stuff all over the place. He's getting solo kills, getting tower. I mean, this game is looking absurd. You don't see a start like this normally. Like, even in your worst of pubs, you wouldn't see this dominant performance early on. The legally smurfing, Gareth
doesn't know how to make words happen. 1k gold per minute lead, right? That whole like phrase and that idea, it was big in like Dota 1 and early Dota 2 days. Minute 10k lead, that was huge. But in modern Dota 2 days, like the past 5-6 years, getting a 1k gold per minute lead doesn't usually happen until like minute 25. Having it here at 8 minutes is unheard of.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. I mean, they did completely like dismantle the top lane. The troll has just been touching jungle creeps primarily. Whatever CS he has been getting has not really been lane creeps, not the premium creeps. And yeah, mid lane was also just a complete shutdown. And TA was fine. That's the key thing. Like, Yamato was completely okay down bottom. He died at one time, but that didn't really set him back.
Yeah, I mean, now look at him playing aggressively onto the Bristleback with the Undying next to him. A man-at-arms running at opponents, playing 3 separate lanes and winning them all.
There's a tree next to the Tiny. A suspicious tree.
Oh, he's tossed the creep, not the tree or the monkey. And Yopaj, 1 versus 3, is going to get a kill on the Warlock. Oh boy, he's not even bothered leveling up Wukong's command, He's just going all out early game.
Yeah, that's super high level on the Jingu Mastery for that enormous 165 damage against some of the squishier targets like Warlock. It's just killing him in a few hits. They haven't taken their own wisdom, so Venomancer makes his way over, checking it, making sure that he gets it. Meanwhile, Troll has found the safest place to farm. This is Vinland over here. This is Vinland. Nobody will ever look for me down here.
Is it though?
It is. The fields are green, Gareth.
Looks like a landfill down there.
No, not a landfill.
No, the landfill's up here where Tiny's trying to fight over the scraps of rubbish on the floor. Yopaj and Hellscream on the run back through the river. The toss forward, Troll sent in. He axes into Yopaj to try and slow him down. Pops the battle trance to chase forward, but no nets, no roots, as the hook catches the Lion, and Davide Lama's there to secure the kill. Now Monkey in a 1 versus 2 is going to battle back, realizing that this fight is cracked wide open. A triple for Davide Lama, a team wipe, and GG called.
And time.
Minute 10. It's over.
10:23 is the time. World record pace coming out here by Shopify Rebellion as they treat this qualifier like a speed run straight out from game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the speedruns with the Broodmother, the Huskar, the Armlet, the Couriers coming from Fountain, tons of strats. I have not seen...
Oh, you may recall he was the punch in the previous game. He's the support player of this team. he's the Darkseer, and meanwhile the Batrider is played by Davai Lama, who is buying Blood Grenade and wards, so he is playing support, but they swapped between the post 4 and 3.
Cool.
That is a role swap that we don't see too often.
Interesting. I mean, all this talk of role swapping between pos 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Now we've got a 3 and 4 role swap.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Between core and support is, last one I remember there was probably the flying RTC swap. That was not intentional.
What was that again? That was Phoenix and like Drow or something, right?
It was Phoenix and it was it Drow? Yeah, maybe it was. I thought it was Gyro, but yeah, maybe it was Drow.
Gyro. I can't remember what the other one was.
I just remember it was RTC on Phoenix. You know that I think that's all that people took away from it.
Oh, there we go. Shopify Rebellion. Oh, meters away from CDUB as they approach each other in the night. And they see Skem. Enchantress, 500 health, getting run at by the Inkswell of Baden. There's a monkey and a TB in the wings, though, waiting to strike back. They're going to avalanche into Skem, though, to burst her down. First blood for CDUB.
Yeah, good kill. Get some damage.
Not Yopaj taking some hits.
Can't really do more as they have cooldown the avalanche, but at least a very good start for them getting the kill. They do get one bounty rune for themselves as the Vailama secured 2 runes.
And then despair again for this Tiny in the mid lane against the Monkey King.
Yeah, not easy to play, and Yopaj is very mechanically gifted when it comes to mid lane mechanics. I mean, he's honestly one of the better mids in the world when it comes to dominating a lane.
A learning experience for the Tiny, though.
Yeah.
You're learning how to lane against the best.
Humbling experience, maybe even. It is what it is. Up top lane, we have a blood grenade used to stop the salve over on the AA. A friendly shield comes out from the carry to keep his support alive.
Very nice. But yeah, I mean, maybe just like iterative learning, you know? You're losing game 1 and figuring out how to lane this Tiny Monkey matchup. Maybe you get an upper hand. Maybe you get a TP rotation or toss back.
You know, we're going to keep an eye on him.
Angle.
So far, he's already doing better than the previous game, though. He got 2 denies to his name. Didn't have any denies in the start of the last game.
Very well done.
Also, the kill definitely helped. Gave him boots early on.
Well, Baden's going to pop the shield back on himself. Force Davai Lama away. And Hellscream, we saw he had Helm queued up, right?
Yep. He's going Dominator build. Dominator Darkseer. Not too crazy. Seen it before. A vacuum back.
That's an old classic. Baden getting burnt down by the iron shells. Dead. And Davai Lama is looking like he might die to this AA in the trade. Yeah, realizing that his life was forfeit, so he gives it up.
I mean, that's pretty decent, though. They get something back. The AA is going to be very happy with that.
Inkswell. Tidehunter steps forward onto this Terrorblade, but the heal from the Enchantress keeping Timado alive, at least for now. Blood Grenade and the Stroke of Fate. Get CDUB their 3rd kill of the game already. Much stronger showing.
Yeah, definitely. Off to a good start. And without Anchor Smash. I didn't think they would find a kill there without Anchor Smash on that lane, but making it work. Top lane.
Aggression top again. Dalai Lama very low, trying to fight 2v2 here with the Iron Shells going. They'll kill off the AA in the 1-for-1 trade. And it also leaves Hellscream in an advantageous situation against this Abaddon.
Yeah, Hellscream killing off the creeps quickly as well by unshelling up his friend.
And Yopaj pretty low on HP. And he's going to regen that up pretty immediately, though, with the Boundless Jingu. And turn back and hit into the Tiny again.
More auto attacks. This lane is okay until the Orb of Venom comes out, or Orb of Frost comes out as well. The Orb of Corrosion coming in. That's when it becomes very, very difficult, and you can't even walk close to him. The chasing.
Hellscream, no surge. He's got 7 stick, though.
He has the helm as well, so he has quite a bit of HP, regen, and armor coming in.
Very true.
He does. Oh, the high
the miss uphill. That hurts.
No.
Now the turn. Is this Abaddon dead now? Shields himself. Hellscream has Davai Lama just flying over the top of this Abaddon. Iron Shell on him, burning him to a crisp. No running from this one.
Yeah, disgusting. I mean, Firefly plus that.
Bottom, Timado again in a bit of suffering and pain here of this tied Grimstroke lane. really sticking it to the TB, but it looks like with the Enchantress by his side, Tomato puts some damage back until realizing his life is done for.
I don't understand the build that he's going on terribly, by the way. He just died. They're gonna chase for more. Not gonna bring down the Enchantress, but TB is like one of the highest value magic stick purchasers in the game, since he has some of the highest armor in the game. And he's not buying magic stick against Grimstroke and Tide? I feel like these deaths are preventable. He's getting a lot of Wraith Bands though. He's at 3 already. He's going for number 4.
Maybe
he wants to go jungle very early and be extremely fast set farming. That's the overall.
Maybe it's a challenge. You know, you get a bonus if you play a game without magic wand, or Bulba set some challenges for his players.
Bulba told him, "You're not a mage, so no magic stick for you," and it checks out. He can't buy one.
Exactly. He can only buy blades.
Oh, well, Wraith Band number 4. He's covering his entire arms and legs in those things.
Lovely jewelry. This Batrider has now arrived. Devil Llama's coming behind on this bottom lane, and he's looking at the Grimstroke and Tide as juicy targets. Especially now it's turned nighttime. He could maybe sneak in around behind them.
Yeah, he's got the Blood Grenade and Healing Lotus as well. Once the creeps come on the tower, he is diving. Can Tide get away? He has boots.
Tidehunter, Inkswell on him, turns and fights Davai Lama with a stun landing. The Grimstroke instead going to be the one to die, while Tidehunter's going to try and walk it off back to his tier 2. And we also had that mid lane fight where the Monkey King, going head to head with 2 enemy heroes, stays alive and zones them away from lane.
He has 24 denies against a 9 and 2. So while they're sieging up bottom and taking that tower, mid lane is absolutely crushed. It started out better than last game. He got some denies, but then it turned sour real quick.
Yeah, they can pick up some kills here and there. I mean, Enchantress would have been a nice one to grab, but instead it's the turnaround play with Skem's Warpine Raider throwing acorns and seeds and nuts back onto the AA, and Grimstroke going to get pummeled as Yopaj will take him down. But Skem did die. The Tiny picked up a kill, 6-6.
And now Monkey with Jingu behind the Tidehunter, getting laid into here. He has the chainmail for extra armor, but body blocks coming in as well. This not gonna finish, but he's close to dying.
Ooh, one more touch from the Warpine Raider. Not enough. Can't find it. Marino gets home safely.
He does get home safely, but this is all that farm that he wanted to get under his tower. That's -5 CS again just for being zoned like this. So while he didn't die, it still hurts, man.
So I'm sorry, what is Tomato buying?
Is it the drums? Oh, Wraith Band again. Okay, so he has 5 Wraith Bands.
Another Wraith
and Bongo
Band,
Boots
and
next.
Then Bongo Boots. Abaddon up at top, not level 6 yet. Puts the shield on, but he's surrounded by enemies here. Outscream and Davai Lama giving up on the kill for a moment. Backing away, realizing he's popped a wand and has rotations arriving. Tiny, though, no mana. The Santa comes in and burns the rest of it off, so he can't toss. Already spent his avalanche. And poor little Tiny here is just going to get harassed down by all the summons.
He doesn't have a soul ring yet, so he can't do anything. He did purchase the power treads instead of soul ring as well. That's it on the courier.
Well, Tomato's Wraith Bands didn't protect him as he tried to steal the Wisdom Shrine from his opponents.
Not good enough against the magic damage, no.
For the better part of 5 minutes, I've been wanting to come back to this Helm of the Dominator on Darkseer, by the way, because this used to be an old classic.
The Centaur.
Back in early Dota 1 days, getting the Centaur and you would self-vacuum into Stomp because you didn't trust your teammates to do anything with you.
Exactly. It's by your own Slardar. Yeah, it's pretty good. In this game, it might just be because they want to push and end pretty fast. I mean, all of them are playing with urgency, let's say the least.
Well, then, why didn't they do the strat? You know the strat.
What strat are you referring to?
The push and end quickly. The strat.
The strat. 5 down mid or what?
Yeah. Yeah, Lone Druid, Nature's Prophet, Pugner, Kotl.
Right. Well,
head by headdress, by clarities, or you do, Abaddon Spirit Bear. Combo is nice as well.
The Abaddon is on a little cliff. He has no TP.
Abaddon
just leave him there.
Is stuck. And Marino is dying to TB illusions. The final touch is there.
They're gonna keep him prisoner 100%, dude. I'm so sure that they're gonna keep him up there. Are they not gonna try and kill his courier?
Prison of Abaddon Caban. Frickin' stuck stuck on the rock over here.
Okay, they're not camping him at least. You know, the rude play. Once you say, okay, there we go. The rude play would have been to put a ward on the cliff and then just kill any courier coming nearby.
Oh, that is despair. Oh, they can kill TP again, though. They're on him. He has no sunder. TP out? No, he's not allowed to do that.
No, he's still got no max HP at all because all he bought was Wraith Bands.
Monkey King is in. Couple of hits to get the Jingu going. Ancient Apparition could get burned down here as Dalai Lama does lose his life. Good stroke of fate come back in, but Yopaj with the Wukong's command turning quickly onto them, but he's running out of resources now. 1 versus 3. Wukong's will end as he jumps to the statue, gets onto the high ground, across the canopy. And Dutcho with the stun. Does he have a toss-up? He does. Finishing touch. No! The lifesteal. Monkey King back to full health. Turns on the Tiny, but he can't finish the job. Now he sees the Grimstroke. He's running low, though. Can't stick on the target. Well kited.
More Jingus.
They've brought the Abaddon back into the fold here. Finally getting involved in the team fight. Tiny's got to be careful, though, not to die. As Yopaj is life-stealing up. Finally going to fall, though.
What is the fight, dude? It's like, because of the aphotic shield, he can't keep hitting the Abaddon. That's the only reason they killed him. Is the fact that they have effectively the blade mail effect from aphotic. Terribly somehow back here again.
The neutral creep just kills the Grimstroke.
Free trip to base.
The wildest thing for me is like CDUB are fighting back, getting kills. It's 11 to 10. It feels like they are
it's
competitive and punching back. And I don't want to say it's close, but it feels like there's you know, meat and potatoes behind them. As this Titanhunter is going to defectively ravage and run away, lasso up on the AA to kill him off. It's a 7k lead for Shopify Rebellion, though. They have got so much value from this map while going toe to toe.
Yeah, they are gonna lose the Batrider here. Drop. One more kill. Tip from Yopaj.
Teammates tipping teammates when they die. That's top lane. Skem and Hellscream going at it. Abaddon dead to the Ion Shell on their Warpine Raider.
And that's a tower taken out already. The tier 2 top is gone. And Hellscream is just farming everything he wants.
Oh my god, that's an armlet on TV.
He's got the armlets. He sold the Wraith Band already. We're 11 minutes in. It's already time to sell your items.
Can go throne.
Armlet is notoriously great against AA, so this cannot backfire.
You know, it's one of those things, like, I am so used to trusting you. I don't know, 0.1 second, I'm like, oh yeah, it's so good. Oh, no, what the hell? Oh,
he got Quelling Bladed.
He did, and Soulbound up with a Terror Blade. Toss up, bounce around, Monkey King hits the ground, dead. As the Terror Blade can't sunder, he's gone as well. 2 core kills from CDUB, looking at the Batrider next. And Shopify, you're going to stop mucking around now. You might be 6-7k ahead, but CDUB are fighting back and taking names.
Right now, Hellscream is telling them, guys, come on now. I'm sitting here buying auras and stuff. You can't just go around and feed. As they dive pretty deep. CDUB biting back. Good bind, you know, the Quelling Blade into bind sequence there by Ruffle Jan.
You know, I see a little bit of myself in Tomado. I don't know how you are, but when I find like a really nice pair of shoes that fits me, I'll wear them for like 10 years. And when they're worn out, I'll buy the same brand again, the same model again, just to make sure. Because I know, right? I know they fit me. I know they're good. I know they look nice and they're comfortable. And he's found Wraith Bands.
Yep, that's true.
It's just that little thing inside of him saying you like Wraith Bands.
You do like, yeah, he's gonna buy another one.
People just really like trains, you know?
Yeah.
Just love them.
I mean, he's queuing up the Dagon next, so I don't think he's gonna tune down the memes. I think the memes are going up.
Wow, the gap between the 80 and 90 series is growing.
How could they possibly go any other direction in this kind of game?
Stonks only go up.
Big number go up. Did we comment on what the AA said about Dagon next?
Oh, did he actually say it?
He was asking if Yamato wanted to. It was a bit further up.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah, there was no reply.
There it is.
He replied by buying the item or by queuing the item, I guess.
That was a ravage out of Marino to stop the advance from Shopify. It looks like what you said is true. Hellscream said, guys, I've bought auras. Come on, let's tighten up, play together. They group up, force an enemy ulti, and now sweep across the map to find more resources.
Hellscream is not here to mess around, dude. You know, he gets one game here to play as a core instead of having to buy wards, and he's here to actually, you know, play the game. So yeah.
Oh, TB toggle, armor toggle. Oh.
You can tank the tower around. Tank the tower for your team.
You get hit by AA ult. Ice blast coming. Ice blast coming. I think someone on the team was trolling him, saying that Ice blast was coming, and he was running around trying to dodge it.
AA does have ulti ready. And he saw the TB with the sniper range. He's choosing his moment. You can see him again. Armlet toggling on the group wave.
Come on. You can't
Surely you shoot that. You can't let him get away with this. He's ending it. He's made his split. Oh, he sundered the monkey. Genius. The counter. So the armlet is now just taking about of HJ. Oh yeah, he toggled the armlet with the AOT on him.
AA nearly found the Monkey King there. I don't know if he would have died, but it might have been close.
Yeah.
Now, what if you're playing at 1440?
Could have been sense of confident.
He would, but
right, fine.
But unfortunately, you know, he missed the TB. At least he clipped the TB. I guess he gets a style point for that.
No bonus point. Still be completely acceptable.
Blink dagger timing for Tiny.
Possible that some
Woo! Let's go.
Not bad. I do kind of question going for power treads instead of soul ring to get there, but he has the blink now, and that could give them a chance to play together, like team group. He's just gonna shove bottom lane for now.
TB is being run out in the mid lane. A couple of spells thrown his way, including the Ice Blast, straight through that armlet.
Yeah, that's the 6th death coming out from the carry of Shopify Rebellion here.
Oh, Soulbind. Blinking Lasso is quick from Davalama, but it's not going to net him a kill just yet. Saved up by the Abaddon's shield, but that vacuum wall problematic as the Abaddon didn't have ultimate. Killed off by his own illusions and surrounded as the Tidehunter is being clapped by Hellscream. The Iron Shell's going, ticking over, and a double kill's picked up by the Darkseer. If Davalama can get another good flame break here, maybe they can catch up and find the Tide, who tried to touch himself in the trees. A defensive Ravage again. 2 in a row in the same spot. A bit of deja vu for Marino, but he's going to get a kill. Davalama dead as Hellscream opens up on this game, finally arriving as he gets himself another one here on the Tide with the Iron Shell ticking over. Down he goes.
In the end, he's going to run out of here, be completely fine. Terrorblade's back.
Monkey King is like, nice, I farm. Yeah, Terrorblade's back. Right.
I think Monkey is farming because he's realizing he might have to do some backup carrying in this game. Or primary carrying in this game. Who knows?
Well, I hope that AA is going to come back.
Yeah. We'll see what happened there.
But yeah, we've got Helm queued up by the TB as well now, you know.
Yes, more dominators.
Looking at this, you know, yeah, Ench Dominator, TB Dominator. I think Hellscream's made the call. No more silly items. No more Wraith bands. We need. Is it everyone? Everyone but the Monkey King, I think, is queuing up or has Helm of the Dominator.
They just want a lot of creeps right now. Yeah, I see that. There's a bunch of Dominators, and Enchantress even buying Dominator while being Enchantress. So she's gonna have 2 creeps.
Just make a massive army.
I mean, if she goes Aghanim Scepter, that also increases the amount of creeps she can have. She could have 3.
Oh, that would be handy.
3 trolls and then spam skellies.
That sounds nasty, actually.
Yeah, I mean that's what Chen's used to do, right? Just sit on the edge of map with 3 trolls, and then there's gameplay going on the other side, and then you just see these undead hordes running at your tower, forcing you to go back.
Well, CDUB have lasted 6 minutes longer than last time.
They have. And this boss is making them last even longer.
Nah, that doesn't count.
Okay. I tried.
They get more stream time. I guess, yeah. If that's what they want. They get
exposure.
Get on the phone to the sponsors. Like, we were on stream with this amount of viewers for actually like hours and hours.
We played a 1-hour game against Shopify Rebellion.
Yeah.
40 minutes pause.
Do you think they're going to watch the VODs? Of course not.
No. Can confidently link them the VOD. You just say, here's the start and here's the end of the time. They're like, okay, you're legit.
Yeah, go watch it. Nobody will. Nobody in corporate watches them.
No.
Just nod and smile. Yeah, just act confident. But yeah, these towers are going to fall very quickly.
So, in a funny way, the dire supports are actually doing pretty good. Whereas if you look at the cores, it looks awful. But if you look at the net worth and only look at the dire supports, you know, the Grimstroke is at 4.8. He's actually rich as hell. He's ahead of his carry. He's ahead of the Batrider by quite a bit. And the AA, yeah, he's the least farmed, but he's still got a Glimmer. I don't know why he doesn't have boots, by the way. He has a Glimmer Keep and no brown boots.
And are we calling this bat a POS 3 bat? It's Davai Lama. He's the offlane player, technically.
Did I call him POS 3? I meant POS 4.
No, I'm asking. Are we calling him a POS?
Oh, yeah. No, he's a 4. He's the POS 3 player, though. So, yeah, you could say, you know, ahead of the Shopify Rebellion POS 3 player in net worth. Put down the resume. Where's Snith, man? I need some state your reason.
I was just about to say, yeah, we need to know where he's gone. I'm guessing he's just internet down or something like that.
Yeah.
Probably just out of here. He's seen Hellscream and his helm of Dominator, and he's like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. Get me out of this game. I'm done with this one.
Helm Scream is here.
Oh, not seen that emoji in a while.
Oh, no.
Dragonite.
So
hello
lewd.
there. There's also like a double damager on top if they go take that. Like the thing is, Shopify have so many options right now. They've killed after this mid tower. They've killed all the tier 2s minute 16.
Yeah.
So they've not even got to a point at which they have to think about Tormentor or Roshan. So it's like double damage with Roshan there. Minute 20 Tormentor, we can go do that.
This game does bring back, you know, the point to what you you asked, or what we talked a little bit about before the series started. That the first series we had today was pretty one-sided, right? We had TTG who were struggling a lot. They were not really on the same level because they were quite a lot lower ranked. And then we get into this game where obviously CDUB are higher ranked than them, but they are outmatched by, you know, such a big margin against Shopify that this is actually more one-sided. It's this qualifier has some real range in the skill of the teams.
It does, yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of open qualifiers, right? Like you literally get these kind of semi-pro or just full-on amateur players who are high ranked and good, but maybe haven't found a team, haven't shown themselves.
Yeah,
this is where you find the new players, you know, for next season.
That is true. And even when your team is struggling, you know, you could find players who are standing out, doing, you know, something better or worse. We'll see. Got my eye on you, Grimstroke. You're 5, 5, and 9 in this game, you know. He's been part of 14 of the kills here. Okay, pretty good. He Quelling Blade down the Monkey King earlier. Get some nice binds.
What about the carry player? You know, you said he was very focused even after being killed and like zoned out of lane.
He stayed locked in, but I think here's the problem. Shopify are putting a lot of effort in bullying the core players. So, like, it's hard for any of them to look that impressive. That said, though, I mean, the Tiny has found those kills on Terrorblade running down mid a few times, so he's 4-1 and 3. For as bad as the lane went against Yopash, he's recovered.
Yeah, I mean, Tidehunter's catching up to the pack as well. 7k net worth. I do like having the hero levels next to the net worths, though, because it's, you know, very clear once you don't just look at the net worth value.
Dude, this
screen
screen
you see
is so
this experience difference is getting insane.
Yeah, no, I think definitely props to PGL for that UI, because I think that UI is really nice. Like, I think it should be base UI, honestly, when you're expecting a game in Dota client, just be able to see the levels as well. There would be such a nice quality of life.
Not just the levels, but like how far they are through it as well, right?
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
the difference
yeah,
between
exactly.
level 9 and being like the Tide is almost level 10.
Yep,
He's
yep.
basically level 10.
Exactly, seeing
really nice.
the proper level experience measure. It's good. Because sometimes it can be intrusive, you know, some overlays can be a bit too wide, cover too much, but that one is so easy to slot in there.
Yeah, then we see, you know, Hellscream level 13, Monkey King level 12, pretty big gaps between them and their counterparts.
He is 9-0-0, almost has pipe ready, and that's going to be a problem because the physical damage coming out from Dire right now is not tremendous. They are almost entirely magical at this stage of the game. Abaddon is going for an Echo Saber, but he hasn't committed to it. He hasn't bought anything.
Yopaj, 1v3.
Doesn't have a quest.
And Inkswell. Ancient Apparition even turning to think about fighting with a toss on the Monkey King. We're going to send him into the Ice Blast, and Yopaj not able to kill one before dying.
This is some solo play, you know. Meanwhile, Hellscream is just, he's sighing, farming his pipe. He's like, these guys, I gotta get my pipe as soon as possible so people can stop feeding. He's the one who hasn't died a single time, playing clean, playing focused.
There's a breaking point though, right? Like too many of these solo plays, it could put them in a spot where the game is actually hard.
Oh yeah, for sure. Dalai Lama puts a sentry and thinks that he's good, but he's actually missed the 2 observe wards, so he is under vision. Tiny will punish him.
Yep, jump straight in. Bat Rider down. Couple of kills in a row for CDUB.
Look at that range. Like there's one straight to the north of that sentry as well, so it's double missed. Unfortunately.
Tidehunter down bottom. Gonna get pounced on by the Monkey King with that inhibit. Slowing him down. Mana being burnt away by the Diffusal Blade.
TB is coming.
Yopaj even has a Mask of Madness here to play with as well. The Terror Blade comes in from the backside. They're closing on the Tide, who is very tanky, doing standing a lot of damage. Breaking through it all with the Blubbers up top lane. Grimstroke dead, but the Ice Blast landing clips onto Skem, while Abaddon tries to catch up with the help of a tiny toss. They send Hellscream back in towards him. Now Abaddon can turn and get some damage forward. Hellscream trying to play back through his wall and into the summons where the ancient granite golem and the centaur, they are imposing beings, forcing Abaddon to TP home, forcing the tiny to blink TP as well.
And in some way, the Tidehunter gets run down under his tier 3 tower and finally drops. Couldn't really get away from the continuous rundown.
I thought he was fine.
Yeah, but
he was invulnerable.
Yeah, there's a lot of mobility on that monkey man, and all his teammates were busy.
Now apparently we're on high ground. Pre-20 minutes. Tomato sees a tier 3, then he wants to crumble, but he's going to get tossed into the base, sent forward and dead. Lasso from Dalai Lama, not going to be able to drag the Tiny back into this Wukong's command. So they'll deal with Abaddon first and kill him off, while leaving the tier 3 alive and retreating.
So you know how Monkey King was the only one who didn't queue up the item? He now has the Helmet Overlord in his quick buy as well. So we're getting there. The players are assembling the pieces. I think Dalai Lama did pull out of that idea though. So he's not buying one on Batrider. He's going for Staff and Blink. But otherwise, I like seeing Skems. He basically took the entire camp. He took 2 Warpine Raiders and he's bringing them with him.
Buddies.
One is living on a timed life. The other one will live forever.
Yeah, I mean, Scam has realized that Tomato's TB isn't his friend, nor the Monkey King. They're both very selfish creatures going and doing their own thing. And their own little friends to go and do business and stuff and activities. And tormentors.
Quick Torm, that's going to give him the shards. Now I can Sproink. Will he Sproink out of this gank? Doesn't look like it. I don't
know about that.
Oh, maybe.
He's pretty tanky, though. Still has 800 health after the Ice Blast and the toss. And Scam is even running forward aggressively. Pops the Essence Ring, Sproinks back away from Tiny. And now Wraparound is coming, right? Monkey King leaping across the trees, slows the Tiny down to a crawl, forces an early shield, 2-man Boundless Strike, and the rest of Shopify from the left-hand side looking for this angle of approach. Can't quite catch up to CDUB yet.
Does the Batrider, takes out the AA.
Finds his opening. Ancient Apparition burned down, and Hellscream also finds the move onto the right-hand side. A quick vacuum, then a Boundless Strike. The follow-through is there, and one by one, CDUB gonna crumble, fall to the ground. Abaddon, the next one to be found here, as Yopaj and Hellscream make short work of him, even by his tier 3 tower. Yes, he'll get his ultimate off, delaying the inevitable demise of this poor Abaddon.
Just a stampede of heroes coming in. Heroes, creeps, illusions. All going into the Dire base, but not for buildings. Well, now they turn their attention to buildings, and the biggest building seems to be the first one that Tomato wants to focus on.
And Yopaj even thinking about the Wukongs to zone it. We don't have a glyph. Radiant creep waves approaching on 2 lanes, mid and bot. No one's cutting them. No one's stopping this. So it is just focus on the tier 4 towers.
He's going around.
Ice Blast misses. Marino ravages just the Monkey King. And now your throne is exposed while Tiny jumps in. Blink toss. The Thunder's now on Tiny's dropping to half HP as Yopaj opens up with the damage of the Boundless Strike, but he can't heal up. No Jingu to play with. The rest of CDUB, though, are just falling flat to the Ion Shell damage of Hellscream, who is beyond godlike on his Darkseer. I mean, a possible player getting to play Pulse 3 for a game. He's in an absolute dreamland right now. GG called. They tap out. 22.5 minutes. Took a little bit longer than game.